I will be completely honest, 2023 sucked. It sucked. I feel like I didn't grow as a person. I feel like I didn't accomplish much in any aspect of my life. And it's, as you can tell, I'm kind of frustrated with myself. And yeah, so I'm bound and determined to make sure that this time, 365 days from now, I'm not feeling the same sense of frustration. So I've been working very, very hard for the past 2 months to come up with a goals list that I think will allow me to be a lot more intentional about how I spend the year that is 2024. I've been a longtime listener of the Happier podcast with Gretchen Rubin, and in that podcast, she every year for probably like 5 or 6 years at this point, they've done, I think it started in like 2017. So they did a 17 in 2017 list, 18 in 2018, and so on. Now they're doing 24 in 2024. And it's basically a goal list, a to-do list, things I'd like to accomplish in the year. And I've done a list for 3 years maybe. I did one in 2023 and it was pretty much abandoned by May. But I've been very intentional this year about crafting my 24 and 2024 list. I sought the help of ChatGPT to kind of get some ideas on what I should include in my list. And I have the list. I have the list of the things I want to see happen this year and things that I hope will allow me to kind of grow and progress and just get me in a better spot. One thing that I tried to do with my list is make sure I was covering a variety of areas. So when you set goals, there's your health and fitness, there's your career, relationships, finances, personal development, spiritual goals. Like there's all these categories of goals. And I think for myself, it's very easy to set like health and fitness goals and things like that. But I wanted to be very intentional about making a well-rounded list that included most, if not all of the categories as a way of like progressing myself as a whole. So the goals that I've set are, yes, a wide variety of categories, topics, things that I want in my life. One thing that I will say about this list, so I have 1 through 24 listed on this list. 22, 23, and 24 are currently blank, and that is intentional because I am highly aware that a lot can change between now and December 31st of 2024. So what I've kind of said for myself is by the end of Q1, so March 31st, I want to have a goal 22 set. By the end of Q2, which is June 30th, I want goal 23 established. And then by the end of Q3, so that's September 30th, I want goal 24 to be figured out. And so then goal 4, I would only have 3 months to achieve it. So that just gives me a bit of wiggle room, that it acknowledges that I don't know where I'm going to be at 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now. I do want some flexibility to include additional goals if something comes up that I really want to include on my list. So I'm not going to share everything that's on this list because, to be honest, some of them are a little bit personal. Some of them definitely aren't, and I'm more than willing to share. Goal number 1 is personal, so we're skipping goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to squat my body weight. I want to be strong, you guys. I want to have lots of muscle. I'm very self-conscious of what I can currently squat, and I'm talking about back squat. So I want to increase my back squat this year, and I think putting this on the list is going to keep me fueling my body and doing workouts that have the intention of building muscle as opposed to just burning calories. So I'm very excited. If I could achieve this goal, I would be very excited. Goal number 3, track and budget monthly. I did start this in November. November, I had the goal to track our expenses, and I did that. So I want to have a full year of data this year, and so I want to budget before each month starts and then track my expenses as the months progress. So as a math lover, accountant, this one kind of makes me excited, just to have all the data on my personal finances. I'm really excited about that. Goal number 4 is another health and fitness goal, and that's to be able to do 5 pull-ups unassisted, unbroken. So like in one set, do 5 pull-ups. Before my surgery at the end of August, I was able to do 3, but post-surgery, I never really got back into doing pull-ups, and at the time of this recording, I can't even do 1 pull-up anymore, which makes me very grumpy. So again, this is one of those things, I think it'll feel really good to be really, really strong again and just feel that capability in my own physical body. So I'm really excited to try and achieve that one. Number 5 is to read 20 books, which sounds like a lot. I usually set the goal to read 12 books a month, so that's a book a month. Did I say 12 books a month? 12 books a year. But I want to do 20 this year, which it's going to be difficult. I do acknowledge that in March and April, when I'm in tax season, it's very hard to get time in to read or just to have the mental bandwidth to even read. But outside of those 2 months, I'm fully capable of reading books. So 20 books to read this year. Goal number 6 is to add a new stream of income. So right now I have my employment income from my job as an accountant, and I also have some investment income. I would like to add a 3rd stream of income. Ideally, like what I would like is to get monetized on YouTube and have money coming in from YouTube. That's kind of what I'm thinking about right now, but I'm leaving it open, just add a stream of income. So it could be affiliate marketing, it could be from YouTube, it could be some sort of online fitness coaching, it could be, I don't know, just whatever, but I want to add another stream of income. Goal number 7 is to receive a good performance review at work. So how my work is set up, the company has a May year-end. We have year-end performance reviews in June, and then we have another mid-year performance review like mid-December. So I've actually just had my mid-year performance review, but I'll be having my final performance review in June. And I really, really want to have a good performance review. I feel like out of all the goals, this one's going to be the most challenging for me because there's a lot expected of me as a manager in our company, just in terms of like technical expertise, business development, leadership, managing people, client service, all these competencies that I'm expected to be doing really, really well in. There's some that I'm good with, there's others that it's been a challenge, and in order to get a good performance review, I'm really going to have to push myself to be a better manager and a better accountant. It sounds like so much work, but I think I'll be really proud of myself if I get to that point. Number 8 is a bit easier. So we go from the hard, get a good performance review at work, to number 8, which is try sunless tanning. So I'm not talking about like tanning beds. And as you guys can see, like I am so white. I am fair. Like I have blonde hair, I am fair. And I've gone through phases where like I want to be tan to like I don't care. I wear jeans all the time. I don't care if my legs are pasty white. But especially like here on YouTube, when I film myself working out and I'm wearing shorts as opposed to leggings, I'm like, I kind of wish I was tan. So this is like super low bar. I can like go get a spray tan or buy something to use here at home, but I just want to try tanning of some form or another. So this is hopefully going to be an easy one to get off the list. I think it'll just be me not procrastinating and just doing the thing. Number 9 is a horsey one. So I want to try and go through a Liberty program with Diesel. And I'm thinking it'll be Jonathan Field's program that I have found online. I don't really have any riding goals with Diesel. I don't have any show goals with him. I just want to develop my partnership with him. And like, don't get me wrong, I want to progress with our riding, but like as far as like actual goals, I really think working on the ground with him, trying to build that partnership through some sort of Liberty training would be really good for us. So goal number 10 and 11, they're kind of related. Number 10 is to go on a monthly date with Lucas, my husband, and number 11 is to go on a getaway with Lucas. So for the monthly date, like we go out for supper and stuff a couple times a month, but I want to be a bit more intentional about like picking a different restaurant or like doing some sort of an activity along with that, and not just like going out for supper after church or something like that. Like I want to be a bit more intentional. And then going on a getaway is obviously very intentional because we need to like plan to book Sadie at the kennel and someone to take care of the horses while we're gone. It can just be like a weekend getaway to like, I don't know, Edmonton or Calgary, which are both just 2 hours away, or maybe something like flying in to some place in the States to go to a concert or something like that. Something like that. I just want to do something fun with Lucas. So I'm excited to plan a getaway and maybe potentially surprise him. I don't know if he watches my videos. I don't think he does, but I kind of want to surprise him with some sort of like, hey, we're doing this getaway, pack your bag. I think if he did that to me, I would be like, like I'm not good with surprises like that, but I think he would be more than fine with like if I planned something and just like surprised him with it. I think he would be good with that. So I'm excited for that. And then number 12 and 13 are related. So 12 is to post weekly YouTube videos, and then 13 is to take a course to improve my YouTube videos. So as I said earlier, I really want to see more success with YouTube, get monetized this year. And one way of doing that is just being super consistent, and then also just improving my skills as a YouTube creator, filmer, editor, all those things. So those are definitely, I would say they're kind of in like, they're not like, I don't know if I would put it in like the career category, but kind of, right? Like I'm trying to do this as a bit of a side hustle. And just trying to make it grow. So definitely just want to work on consistency and just building my skills overall. Number 14, adopt a daily prayer practice. So currently what I've been doing for the past 2 years, in 2022, I listened to Bible in a Year every single day. Every single morning I listened to Father Mike with Bible in a Year. And then in 2023, every single day I listened to Father Mike with Catechism in a Year, which those are fantastic. I've taken so much out of those. I also, like partway through 2023, I downloaded the Hallow app and I started listening to a daily reflection on there. But I really want to develop a daily prayer practice where I'm not just listening to commentary on the Bible or the daily gospel or something like that. Like I want to have a prayer time where I'm very intentional, taking however long and making it part of my day, and not just like doing it on the fly as I'm making a meal or driving to work. Like I want to take time and pray. And I feel like it's going to be challenging. I've done it here and there, but definitely not consistent. That's definitely something that I need to work on. Next is to develop a better skincare routine. So as I've mentioned several times, I've dealt a lot with acne and just it drives me nuts. And I know I need to be a lot more intentional about the skincare that I use. I think my diet is fine. It's not my diet that's the trouble. I think it's just me needing to take a bit better care of myself and using products that are better suited to my skin. So definitely want to work on that and finally figure out a routine that works for me. So that might involve listening to some YouTube videos to get some ideas on products that might work, and then going through a process of trying different products to see what kind of a routine will finally work for me. Going along with taking better care of myself, so I don't know if you guys can tell, I got my hair cut and colored yesterday. It was, when I was sitting in the chair, I was like, oh my gosh, my hair looks terrible. I cannot believe that I let my hair go this long, because I think, yeah, it was way too long. And I'm so bad for that. And I need to really start taking better care of myself. And this goal is to get quarterly haircuts. As silly as that sounds, it's so hard for me. So I want to make sure I'm achieving as many goals on this list as possible. And if I need to, in order for me to get haircuts, I need to put it on a list that I really want to achieve, then so be it. So quarterly haircuts. Number 17 is to do a no spend month. So I'm not super spendy. Like I'm not cheap, but I don't shop a lot and stuff like that. But I want to do a no spend month. And that would look like, obviously I can buy groceries and like pay for utilities and fuel and all those things. But as far as like, I don't know, like shopping online for a new shirt or something, like I don't want any of that. I want my spending to be the bare minimum. I think it would be a really interesting challenge to see like how low can I get my spending for an entire month. Next is to do up a life book for Lucas and I. So when I say life book, I mean like a binder or something that has everything that, like, in the event that one of us passed away, we have all this information in place, like details on bank accounts, investment accounts, life insurance policies, pertinent passwords that would be important, just details like that that are really, really important. And as someone who's had to be the executor of an estate, I am fully aware now of like how important it is to have those details available easily. And I think doing up some sort of life book, while it might be painful to get it all together, I think it'll be really, really helpful and beneficial going forward. Number 19, complete a 30-day challenge. So this one's kind of wide open. I started brainstorming what kind of 30-day challenges I could potentially do. So I want to say I wrote them down, but maybe I didn't. Stand by. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there we go. Potential 30-day challenges. Daily gratitude, daily prayer, daily pull-ups, squats, number of steps, getting rid of one item a day, an organizing challenge, riding bareback every day, some sort of tax season challenge, a no social media challenge, some sort of stress reduction or self-care challenge. So I have all these ideas of potential challenges I can do. I just need to like pick one and just do the challenge. So that one's kind of wide open. I'm kind of excited to do that. Number 20, get a joint bank account with my husband. So we've been married for 6.5 years and we do not have joint bank accounts. We kind of have like a way of dealing with joint expenses and stuff, but I really feel like at this point we should be getting a joint bank account. So that one I'm hoping to tick off the list very early on here in the year. Just get it done and get like a process in place of using a joint bank account. I think it's silly that we're married and we don't have this in place yet, but it's just the way it is. The last challenge, or the last goal, purge my closet. So as I said, I'm not a shopper and lots of my clothes are either old and just look worn, or I don't wear them. I did get rid of quite a few clothes when we moved in July, but there's still clothes that like we moved 6 months ago and they're still sitting in bags. And just there's even clothes that I wear that I don't like wearing. They don't flatter my body, they're uncomfortable, they don't look good. I just want to get rid of all of them and then slowly start procuring clothes that are more in line with like who I am now, how I want to dress, what fits my body. I literally have clothes from high school, you guys. Like, I really, really need to do this. So yeah, purge closet, purge my drawers, redo my wardrobe, basically. So, and then goals 22, 23, and 24 are currently blank because as I said, I want that flexibility to add in things that pop up. And yeah, I guess I thought I had more like super personal goals on here, but goal number 1 is the only one that's personal that I don't really want to share. I will say there might be things change throughout the year, right? But I think a lot of this is I'm more than able to achieve these goals. But I think if I achieved most or all of these goals, I would be very happy with myself at the end of the year. My word of the year, I think I mentioned this in an earlier video, is better. So obviously that's kind of vague, but I just want to be better in all areas of my life. Just doesn't even have to be huge. Just get a little bit better. Do better. So those are my goals for 2024. I'm optimistic for the year. I'm definitely in a better place than I was 6 to 9 months ago. I was very much struggling with burnout. I feel like I'm in a much better place now and much better able to like progress, push myself, and yeah, just get some stuff done in 2024. So that is it. That is it. We're gonna come into 2024. We're gonna crush it. We're gonna have some fun times, some exciting times. I'm sure there'll be some challenging times, but hopefully it will be good overall. So welcome to 2024.